Uh-oh, the ghost is back. I am so sorry about being gone basically all of December, but I'm here and back with a New Year's Eve tutorial right before the new year with you guys' favorite model, the beautiful, my cousin, Miss Lana, my good sis. So we're going in with prepping the skin. I start off with the rose water spray for her skin and then the Color du Jour Prep and Prime spray. And for the moisturizer, I've been using the Bare Minerals Bare Haven. I actually got this in Marshall's, the big jar for $10, and I've been using it ever since, even though it was supposed to be my replacement moisturizer for my other moisturizer going really low. This one is very emollient and makes the skin very supple and seeps into the skin. I always have this really bad habit of using too much, and you guys are going to see me going with my finger to really help warm up the moisturizer and help it really seep into her skin so it could do what it needs to do. Today we're doing something very smoky, very glitzy. You guys saw the thumbnail. You know what it is. So with this type of look, I like to do the eyes first. Next, I'm going in with primer all over her skin. I'm going in with the Hangover from Too Faced. And I'm going in with eye cream from Bobbi Brown to hydrate underneath her eye. Because again, I know we're going to have some serious fallout down there, so I like to prep it before. And for some extra skin glow, we went in with the Wet n Wild Golden Glow. I'm going in with the Studio BH Cosmetics Pro Powder Palette. I think they've discontinued this. I recommended it to so many people, and I get messages saying that it's not on their website anymore, so I think it's discontinued. It was a dupe for the Anastasia one, so the only other thing I could tell you would be to get the Anastasia one. I lost a lot of clips of the eyebrows, but I'm just now going in to clean up her brows with the Covergirl True Match Concealer. It's a full coverage concealer, one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore, hands down. I'm just going to buff that concealer in. To prime her eyes, I'm going in with Eden by Urban Decay. Look, I'm showing eyeshadow. It's so sorry that the camera did not focus on me trying to show all of them. I'm slowed down the clips as much as I could, and I will include the palettes that I used. But I mainly used this palette. I think it's the 3502 that was. I'm not completely positive, so I'm going to leave it in the description box. So sorry, the camera shifted over, but that is that same shade. Next, I'm going in with 25D, Oh Boy. And that is the only shade I used from that palette. The rest was all from the other palette. Don't worry, the camera's going to shift back over really, really soon. So I'm going to leave down the eyeshadow palette information below. Next, we're going to smoke out some more. I decided to do a green gold look because when she came in, she had an olive green dress on, which you guys cannot see, obviously. But that's what inspired this green gold look. And we're just going to keep smoking it out. Smoking it out, just deepening up the shades. And then I go in with this like really orangey gold glitter. The one thing about this palette that I've always noticed is that a lot of the shimmers in here are very orange based. So I have a very either strong orange or yellow tone underneath them. But as I was just looking for a base, I didn't want it to be super green, so I want to use a gold. Next, I'm going in with this liquid glitter shimmer shadow from Stila. I will leave the name in the description box because I'd be lying if I told you I knew it off the top of my head. It's a really, really beautiful shade, and I got it from Marshall's. TJ Maxx. Guys, do not sleep on TJ Maxx. I got tweezermans from there. Next, I'm smoking out that outer edge again with a purpley hue. For some reason, I love greens and purples together. Like, I love, like, that kind of... When I see a greener eyeshadow, I love when a purple undertone is used. Next, I'm going in with the Benefit Roller Liner as the liner, and I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'll leave the two shades names down below, but the purple and the black mixed together, and I smoked out that lash line for the life of me, and the camera cuts off very soon, but you guys get to see more of it on the other eye. I would have used the Natasha Denona, but at the moment I couldn't find it, and then I found it all the way at the back of my Alex drawers. Perfect things about having Alex drawers, things go back there all the time. So again, I'm just mixing that up. Take your time with this with smoking out liner. Smoking out liner takes a good minute, especially to get it to this level of intensity. So just really take your time with your smudger brush, and that's why I like to do this first, because if you do it last, I promise you, you're going to have to do a lot with your powder, especially if you're using a color like black. Next, I'm going in with the Boat Glitters from the glitter from Boat Glitters, and the name is Aladdin's Lamp. It has a greenish, yellowy kind of golden tone to it. I thought it went really, really beautiful with the look. and I just use a little bit of NYX glitter glue to adhere. I'm going back on with that eye cream. This is how I like to wipe off eyeshadow. But then I remembered, and this is a really cool trick I've been doing lately. I don't know if I've done it in any of my videos before, but when you want the under eye to be just as pigment as the eyeshadow, do it on the naked, bare skin. If you already do the concealer and set the under eye concealer, it's just so much layers. I learned this from a lot of UK artists. They will do this step on bare skin, and then if any of the concealer goes up there, they just touch it up. And this helps you also to save some product and save some time blending, because sometimes blending underneath there can sometimes even hit the inner corner of my eyeshadow. This way, it's like you're already going to cover it up as it is. In the waterline, we went in with Inglot 77. I wanted this look to be really smoky, really sexy. I didn't want any light to come from it except for the shimmer coming off of her eye. Next, I'm going in with like a little towelette to like wipe it off. So for the foundation today, I did a little bit different. We went in with Heavenly Honey in the inner highlighted areas of her face. And then on the outer region, we went in with the shade Truly Topaz. If you look at her neck, funny enough, this perfectly describes her neck, like the light and dark areas. As Black people, we always have different lights and tones in our skin and stuff like that. So I love to mix foundations. So I'm just going to buff out this foundation. And I'm going to take a break from talking because I'm pretty sure you're tired of hearing it. Okay, so next I'm going in with like a color concealer that's literally, if not the same exact shade as her skin, a little bit brighter. And then after that, I'm going to go in with a lighter shade of concealer to brighten up the look. Now let me tell you guys this. One thing and one goal of mine for 2020 is to use less concealer. Am I the only one who is super guilty of using way too much concealer just because that's what you learn on like YouTube or Instagram? And then when I started working in the beauty world, a lot of people were like, that's just way too much concealer, it's unnecessary. And I really do believe it, because what happens is like as you go to blend it out, it just moves so many different places. It's so much harder to control. So I actually can admit I went a little bit OD with the concealer product, and that will be my goal from here on out with my models and like really practicing, and even with my clients, is to use less concealer, because you really don't need this much concealer, especially on her skin. It's not like she has a bunch of darkness or hyperpigmentation or anything like that. This is literally just to brighten, so you really don't need a lot of coverage. And you know, once you get the coverage, you really don't need all that concealer. So I would say if you're going to do this look, please try it with a little bit less concealer. Less is more, and building up is better. So I'm just blending it out the outer edges with that foundation brush to give it a more seamless blend. We always talk, me my good girl sis. So sorry about that. And yes, this lens, I'm so sorry about its focusing situation. It blurs the background out so nice, but yes, the camera cut off, so I'm just buffing that out. As you guys see, you do have to move around the underneath the eye, but I promise you this, I'd rather go back and touch it up than like spend a long time trying to build up that color underneath after I've already placed concealer there. This is just my personal preference. If you prefer it the other way, do it the other way. You'll still get the same effect. Next, I'm going in with Toasted Honey by William Tuttle. These are my favorite creams to contour with. It is so emollient. It blends so nicely into the skin. The only thing I have to warn you about this, it is so emollient to the point you really have to make sure you properly set this, or it will give your makeup a more dewy look, which some clients love it, some people love it, but there's also people who don't want to look wet. Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't want to look wet, so depending on how your clients prefer their makeup, just know that you really do have to make sure you properly set this product to avoid a completely wet look. But as you guys see, that like bronze effect it gives, it kind of like makes her look sun dipped. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this one so much. I can't wait to see all the looks that we do in the upcoming year and stuff like that. Next, I'm going to set her under eye with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. As you guys know, I'm not the hugest fan of baking, so I kind of like to press that powder in a little bit more. Pressing that powder in, and then all over her face, I'm going to set her all over her face with a powder from Covergirl, and I'm going to leave the shade name in the description box below. So next I'm just going in with the Inglot pressed pigment. I think the shade is 118 for some extra jazz, just blending that out. And if you guys saw the light difference in the video, for some reason I wore my glasses while I filmed this, but my glasses gave me a false perception. So it made me think that the video was like super white, and it's not. I love this new lighting. Let me know if you guys prefer my new lighting setup and stuff like that. And I just sprayed some rose water to help those powders seep into the skin. Testing out lashes. Honestly, I didn't end up using that lash pair, and looking back at the video, I mean, I don't hate the lashes I used, but looking back at the video footage, I really wish I used the other lashes. As you guys know, I'm a lash connoisseur. I have something very special coming for you guys in the upcoming year when it comes to these lashes connoisseuring, because I've been getting a lot of questions about them, so I'm like, you know what? Gotta make it happen. So next, just place those bad boys on. It gives you a second to appreciate the shadow, and that's Smoky. And I'm just going in with my favorite highlighters from the BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant palette. I love these highlighters so much. As you guys see, when you smoke out that eyeliner, I honestly love it way more than that harsh line. I'm not a fan of harsh lines in makeup, so like when it's just like just the eyeliner, it's not my favorite. Yeah, these lashes weren't bad, but I don't know. They're very similar to the other pair. It's just that I just know that other pair would have killed it. And don't worry, I go back in with mascara again to re-blend out the lash. I'm going in with some brown lip liner and with Dose of Colors. Bear with me. I want to do like a pinky, very soft, very like honestly almost similar to her lip color is what I wanted for this. But you guys see how that looks when you smoke out that eyeshadow? It just gives such a sultry look. Like my vibe for the makeup this year has definitely been sultry, sexy, vixen. Like I love that type of style of makeup. So yes, and this is a good way to show you could do dramatic makeup and you could do full glam and not have it necessarily make you feel like, oh my gosh, I look like a drag queen. That's what everybody always says. You don't always have to feel that way, but you could still be smoked out. So now this is the finished look. I just set her face with some e.l.f. setting spray and Ben 9 Final Seal. I'm gonna let her serve the face, the base, all that different stuff. And yes, thank you guys so much for all of your support this year. It means absolutely the world to me. Just seeing you guys comment and thinking that I'm knowledgeable makes me feel so happy inside. And I can't wait to bring you guys even more heat for next year. Thank you to all 640 of you. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And there's a special treat coming tomorrow. Bye.
Is this Serena?
Yes, but I can't do her right now. I need highs in the room. Now I need my bad because I'm about to do my Instagram video. Oh, where's it on? Alright. Orange. Period. Blow a kiss. This is gonna be the end. Mwah. There you go. Yes.